back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some tips for getting the best out of the home learning experience. Does this picture look familiar to you? Feet on the table, head in the hand, books all over the floor, cups, dirty cups everywhere. Definitely not enjoying that particular lesson or that particular learning experience. So first things first, sleep. Sleep is vital, it is fundamental. Without a good night's sleep, we can't think straight, we can't remember things, we're irritable, we find it difficult to communicate with each other. And the same can be said for children. They need sleep. But how much sleep is enough sleep? So if your child is between the ages of 4 and 6 years, then they'll need about 11.5 to 11 hours sleep a night. If they are 7 to 10 years of age, then they'll need about 10 hours sleep a night. If they are 11 to 13, then it'd be about 9.5 hours sleep. If they are 14 to 16, then that reduces to 9 hours sleep. If you're an adult, then we need anything from 6 to 9 hours every night. I know I need at least 7 hours or I'm very, very cranky the next day. So it's really important that children get enough sleep. And remember, the experts, the NHS say that children should switch off all technology at least an hour before bedtime, because the visual lights and the sounds can really affect the quality of sleep. So instead replace the PlayStation, talking on the phone, with looking at a book, maybe listening to an audio book, just doing something quiet, listening to some quiet music. But downtime on technology is a must, at least an hour before bedtime if your child is to have a nice, peaceful sleep. Remember, if you like what you're hearing, please remember to like and press the subscription button. So, the next day, your child needs a good breakfast inside them. So what is a good breakfast? So you need food that will enhance brain power. So some great brain fueling food, things like eggs. Eggs are a great source of protein, really good for the heart as well. So eggs, blueberries are great for the brain as well. Wholemeal toast, cereal. A study has shown that if your child has oatmeal and you sweeten the oatmeal with natural sugars, such as natural sugars found in blueberries and strawberries, compared to giving your child a cereal that has got high sugar content, that the children who have the healthier oatmeal with the natural sugars did better in school-related memory tasks than those children who had those high sugar content cereal. So really think about what your child is putting into their bodies before the day started. The last thing you want is to give your child a sugar rush, because they'll go high and then they will slump, and then with the slump will come the irritability and the lack of focus and the lack of concentration. So a good nutritious breakfast will get your child off to a great start to the day. So after breakfast, discuss your child's routine for the day, or your timetable for the day, your timetable for the week. But it's important at the beginning every day, you look at what the child has to do and the child can see what the expectations are. Children can feel calmer, in control, if they know what to expect. So have the timetable up in a place that is accessible, maybe in the kitchen, and just go through. First of all, we've got English and literacy at 9 till 10, and then after that we've got a break. Children need to know when their break times are. Some children love for break times and love for their food, so let them know when the breaks are scheduled in as well. And with this certainty, it's just an opportunity to allay any fears, any anxieties, and to give that reassurance that your child needs. And remember, sometimes timetables can change. The teacher may suddenly have a change in the planning, and you need to help your child to manage change as well. But have a consistent routine in place so your child knows what to expect on a day-to-day basis. So what do you do before your child actually sits down? So first things first, manage the distractions, or the distractions will end up managing you. So by this I mean, if your child is young, remind your child to use the toilet before they sit down, because you bet 5 minutes after they sat down, they'll need to get up and use the toilet or get up to go to the bedroom to get something. So manage the distractions. Then your child needs a positive mindset. Really important. Today, you're going to be having so much fun. You're going to see your teacher. You're going to see the children in your class. You're going to be learning something new. It's really exciting. So gear your child up for the day. Help them to have a positive mindset so they start the day feeling good that they can do this and that they really are ready to get engaged with the learning. Ensure that you have little snacks nearby, maybe just nothing to distract them, maybe a drink of water, maybe a banana. So again, this will just reduce time wastage. If they need to get up and get a drink of water, if it's there at hand, then they've got it when they need it. And the brain does need to keep hydrated. Also, all their resources that they'll need for that lesson, so their books, if they're doing maths, calculators, rulers, pencils, computer, laptop, ensure that they are functioning. So by this, that there is internet, that the laptop is charged. The last thing you need is the child sitting down ready for the lesson and then having the meltdown because nothing is working, and by the time you get all the technology sorted out, 5 minutes of the lesson has gone by and your child doesn't know what to do. That is not a good place to be in. So be organised. As the saying goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So it's like this in terms of getting your children ready for the day. Have all the resources. If your child wears glasses, then have the glasses there ready for them so that they can actually fully engage with that lesson. So you're organised. So now getting started. So ensure that your child is looking, so good looking, good listening. So if you can, I think it's a really good idea as a parent to sit with your child and watch the teacher's input, the teacher's video, because that's where you'll hear about the learning objective, what the child's going to be learning about that day, and you'll be able to talk to the child about the relevance of the task, why it's, what's the purpose of it, why do they need to learn it. All these things are important. So if you're able to sit with your child, listen to the teacher input, then after the video, you can then ask your child, find out what your child knows. Do you know what the learning objective is? Can you remember what it is? You'll be surprised as to how many children will watch the video, then sit down 5 minutes later, and then they cannot remember anything. So if you're there with them, then you can help them by helping them to verbalise what they've just heard. Talking is really a really important stage of learning. And, if they can talk it, they can do it. So ask them what they have to do, get them to explain to you. If they cannot explain, then you explain for them because you would have watched it. What is the learning objective? What are we going to do first? Help your child, watch your child as they do the first thing, because putting pen to paper is something that a lot of children actually struggle with. They find it very difficult to get all that information out of their heads onto the paper. So give them that reassurance and that confidence by helping them first to talk before they're asked to commit anything to paper. Show me what you have to do. Let them do it. Be calm with them. Be reassuring with them. Motivate them. Help to model. If they don't understand what to do, show them. Let them watch you. And then that whole idea of what we call mediated learning, with you talking with the child through the task, will help them to remember what they have to do. When they know what they have to do and they've done a couple of things, then you can help them a little bit by saying, right, if you need me, then all you need to do is to come and get me or to call me if you get stuck. But if you don't get to that place because you're not stuck, just have a go by yourself. But before they can do that, they need to feel the confidence that they can get started. Getting started is the first hurdle. Now, some children really have problems concentrating. They find it really incredibly difficult. So some children can concentrate for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, others 5 minutes. So it's about knowing your child, observing your child and seeing what they can do without support. So how long should your child be able to concentrate for? Now, the rule of thumb is 5 minutes for every year of your child's life. So if your child is 8 years old, then it's 8 times 5, which is 40 minutes, which is the maximum limit. Your 8-year-old should be able to concentrate up to 40 minutes. For most children, they won't make 40 minutes. Some, it may be 24 minutes, it may be 36 minutes, it may be 16 minutes. But the upper limit in that case would be 40 minutes for an 8-year-old child. So know your child and know what they can do. So, tips for managing concentration or focus problems. So first of all, prompt your child if your child is distracted. Remember, which number are you on now? You're doing really well. Let's get back to this. Praise your child. Oh, you've done 3 questions so far. You're doing really well. Let's keep going. Just another 4 to go. Encourage your child. Do you remember this morning we have agreed that if you manage to do your work really well, we're going to have a little reward. We're going to play a game together at the end of the day. So encourage your child. So prompt your child, praise your child, encourage your child, and ensure you reward your child at the end. But remember, keep calm. It's about keeping calm. If they go high, you go low. If they're high and you're high and you're shouting at each other, the child doesn't want to do it, they can't do it, they've tried, they want to give up, and you're distressed because you're not able to concentrate, you've got a video call coming up, a Zoom call, and you're late. So if you're high and they're high, they'll be crying, you'll probably be crying, the dog will be crying, and then it's chaotic. Chaos would unfold. So whatever you do, keep calm. Check in with your child, as I mentioned before. Have they become distracted again because they've found a toy or they're doing something they're not supposed to do? So those regular check-ins ensure that the distractions are kept to the minimum. Now, if you're doing all of this and your child's still struggling, then you may need to chunk the work. So the teacher may give a worksheet and there may be 8 questions on there. So instead of giving all the 8 questions to your child, you may say, right, I just want you to do question number 1 first. So they get question number 1, and when they've done that, then guess what? They have a movement break. They have 5 minutes, an opportunity to get up, to move about, to get a drink from somewhere else, and just to feel that they've got re-energized and so they can refocus again. That's really, really important if your child is struggling with concentration, to have movement breaks. So 5 minutes, movement breaks, 5 minutes task, movement break, then get back to the next step number 2. So in our chunking, we've got the next thing to do. The child does the next thing, you praise them, encourage them, motivate them, they have a break, then they come back. Chunking is a really, really, really good way to help your child to focus on what they have to do. Because sometimes when children see the whole task, that's the whole 8 questions, it seems like a mountain to climb. It's like, I'll never be able to do this. They feel overwhelmed, they feel anxious. Some of them may just feel bored and fed up with the whole thing, to be quite honest. So by chunking it into little steps, it makes it manageable for them. They're managing it, they're doing it step by step, but their self-esteem's been built every step of the way. So chunking work can build self-esteem, can build their self-confidence, and can help them with their focusing and their concentration. And those movement breaks for your child, let them have it if they need it, but restrict the time. So manage the time, 5 minutes, have a timer on your watch or timer on your phone so that they know when that time is ended and when they need to sit and refocus again. So concentrating is really, really important. Praise, 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 praise all the way. Children love to be praised. What a wonderful picture. Oh my goodness, you've got 5 of these, right? Oh, we've got this one. Let's have another look at this one. But that encouraging the positive self-talk. So when they start with the negative thoughts, I can't do it, it's boring, replace them with, I can't do it yet. Because they need to learn that in order to learn, you have to make mistakes, because you learn from your mistakes. That's a natural part of the learning process. So replace the negative thinking with positive thoughts. I can't do it yet, but I'm going to get there and I'm going to really try. So emphasize that need to put effort in. Effort will lead to success. Effort leads to success eventually. So just keep on helping them to replace any negative thoughts with that, that I can do it, I will be able to do it. If I can't do it now, I will soon be able to do it. And if they say they're bored, then, you know, sadly, you know, in terms of positivity, for some children, if they're motivated by what we call extrinsic, tangible rewards like stickers, or it could be extra time on their iPad or whatever that reward may be, then use it. Use it if it's going to help the child to feel a little bit more motivated. So get them motivated, get them focused, give them little breaks, chunk the work up, keep praising, replace those negative thoughts with positive ones, and try to remain calm with them and understanding, and hopefully you'll see a positive change. Lastly, have fun with your children. So exercise is really important. After sitting throughout a few hours, you know, their bodies are going to be bursting with energy. They're going to want to release some of that energy. So spend some time, go for a walk together, get the bikes out, do whatever you do to have a bit of fun. If they're younger, take them to the park. But fresh air, exercise is really, really good to de-stress and to just feel relaxed again. It will help you as well after a hard day's work, just to have the bit of time together, play together, board games. There's so much to learn from playing board games, and the language that comes from playing board games as well. But have some quality time together, because all work and no play is very dull indeed, and will most certainly lead to irritability and negative behaviours. So have that special family time together where you come together, you reflect on your day, what's been the highlight of your day, what did you find hard, what did you learn anything today, what are you hoping to do tomorrow. Enjoy the little rewards that you promised, but really help your child to engage positively with learning, because a happy child equals a happy parent, and happy child who is learning and engaged means a happy teacher. Thank you very much for listening to this talk. I hope you found it helpful, and please press the like, press the subscribe button, and if you've got family and friends that you'd like to share this with, then please do so. In future I would like to do some videos that are more geared towards adults, because then I can get your comments in, and then I can perhaps gear some of my conversations to things that are burning issues with you. But again, you know, I hope you are getting something from me sharing some experiences as in my professional capacity, but also my capacity as a parent. Good luck.